I think we can start. Thank you for coming. During this talk, we are going to speak about a project based on TYPO3 and Magento to manage the Panini e-commerce website. I think you might know who Panini is. Is there someone that doesn't know who Panini is? No? The stickers company. Everybody knows it, I think. Yeah. Okay. First of all, who am I? My name is Mauro Lorenzutti. I'm the CTO at WebFormat, an Italian system integrator agency. I'm a TYPO3 developer and consultant since 2004. And I'm a TYPO3 and Magento certified developer. I already asked it yesterday, and nobody raised up his hand, but I will try again today. Is there someone that knows the DB integration extension? WFQB? No? Nobody? Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So, first of all, who is Panini? I think that you all know that Panini is something like the stickers company. But Panini is not only stickers. Panini is a group, a very big group, that takes care to a lot of things, not only stickers. Panini, just to give you some numbers about Panini, the headquarters are located in Italy, but Panini has offices all around the world. Panini sells goods in over than 100 nations. And the new media division, that is a division, an internal division of Panini, manages over 200 websites today. So they are great numbers, I think. Okay, let's start about the project requirements. This is a case history. So I'm going to show you which were the project requirements and how we met them. So the project was called the Collectibles Project. Panini was looking for a new e-commerce platform to manage all the collectibles e-commerce websites, where collectibles means missing stickers, complete collections, magazines, books, and many other things. Panini already had a platform to sell this kind of goods. It is a platform based on ISP technology. It was built during the last 10 years, and it was very customized to meet the special needs of Panini. For example, Panini has a very special kind of product that is the missing sticker. That is one of the most important products for Panini, and it's a very complex product. And they realized a platform that was customized to manage that kind of product. Just to give you some numbers, Panini already has 2 million of registered users, and they want to maintain these registered users to the new platform. So, Panini contacted us around 2 years ago. They were looking for a new e-commerce platform, but not only an e-commerce platform. They wanted a CMS and with e-commerce functionalities, because they have to promote their products. Today it's not possible to sell goods without promoting them. So they need a flexible CMS to describe their products, and of course they needed an advanced e-commerce platform. One of the main requirements for that was that the technology used has to be known all around the world. Why? Because Panini has offices located in a lot of countries in the world, and each office has to be able to use the platform and, of course, to customize the platform. So it was necessary to find a technology that was known in Europe, in North America, in South America, and in Asia. We searched for some different solutions, and of course we started from TYPO3. Why TYPO3? First of all, because we trust TYPO3, of course, and Panini already used the TYPO3. a lot of the 200 websites I told you before were based on TYPO3, and Panini really liked it and wanted to maintain it. So we started from TYPO3. TYPO3 already provided some of the most important features that Panini was looking for. For example, multi-domain, multi-language, and it is known, let's say, all around the world. Yeah, I think so. Since we started from TYPO3, we analyzed the e-commerce plugins available for in the TYPO3 repository. You might know the TT products, the commerce, the extended shop, and so on. These are all great plugins, I think, but I'm not sure that we were not sure that they were able to satisfy all the Panini requirements. Let's say the extended shop was developed by us. I am one of the main developers of the extended shop. So if I say that I'm not sure that it is that these plugins are able to satisfy all the Panini needs, maybe you can trust me. So, as I said, none of them were powerful enough. For the e-commerce part of the websites, Panini needed, okay, multi-language, multi-currency, multi-store, the ability to create more than one store for the same website. They have to manage from very simple to very complex products. They need to manage more than one warehouse. And of course, they have to be able to integrate the e-commerce functionalities with a lot of different services around the world, starting from PayPal, that is used everywhere, and to arrive to very specific services located in specific countries. For example, payment methods that are available in Brazil only. And of course, there were nothing available in the TYPO3 repository for that. So we asked to ourselves, what do we have to do? Do we have to invest time and money to improve the TYPO3 plugins? Okay, we are the developers of the extended shop, so implementing the new functionalities to the extended shop, it would be a good idea for us. Or the other idea was, do we have to integrate an existing e-commerce platform? Instead of investing time and money to improve the TYPO3 plugins, maybe it would be great to invest the same amount of time and money to integrate an external e-commerce platform. And that is the solution we decided to follow. So we proposed Magento to Panini. Why? Because Magento is an open source platform based on Zen framework, so it has been developed in PHP and MySQL. It is a leader on e-commerce platform, so it's a technology known all around the world. And when I say all around the world, I mean in Vietnam, in Cambodia, in Brazil, in Ecuador. So there are developers all around the world for Magento. Just to give you some numbers, it has been downloaded more than 3 million times. There are more than 1 million registered users on the Magento forum. So it's widely known. Is there someone that doesn't know Magento here? No? Okay, it's widely known, yeah. Some of the Magento highlights, maybe I can skip it since all of you already know Magento, but just to give you some ideas about the functionalities of Magento, let's say it is obviously multi-site, multi-language, and multi-currency. It is possible to create a lot of e-commerce websites on the same Magento installation. And of course, it provides more than 4,000 plugins. So if you don't have a functionality into Magento, you can search for a plugin, just like in TYPO3 you do with the TYPO3 plugins. There are a lot of plugins that give you the possibility to connect Magento to other services. Okay. That was the solution we proposed to Panini, an integration between TYPO3 and Magento. The integration can provide, of course, the requirements satisfaction. It provides scalability. That means it is possible to improve the solution by installing TYPO3 plugins, Magento plugins, or of course by developing new plugins. It provides a technology that is known all around the world, and it was very important for Panini. And of course, the most important thing was that these two technologies are maintained and improved by the respective communities. That means that we are not responsible to improve the e-commerce functionalities. We are not responsible to improve the CMS functionalities. We are only responsible to improve the integration between the two platforms. So Panini doesn't have to pay for new e-commerce features. Of course, they have to pay if these new e-commerce features are for Panini only. But Magento is maintained, and there are new releases of Magento every year with new functionalities. And we can take advantage of that. We don't have to develop everything from scratch. Why the integration? Our idea was that using TYPO3 and Magento, we are able to use both of them to manage the content for which they were designed. So Magento can be used to manage the editorial part of the website, and TYPO3 can be used to manage the editorial part of the website, and Magento can be used to manage the e-commerce part of the website. Of course, there are some specific parts that have to be shared between TYPO3 and Magento. For example, the user registration, the product listing. So our integration has to take care about this part, the part that is shared between TYPO3 and Magento. And we are now going to see how we achieved that. Of course, with the integration of these two platforms, we are able to manage some very different kind of websites. For example, we can create corporate websites with editorial content only, without e-commerce. On the same installation, we are able to create e-commerce only websites that are, provide product listing and the cart. And we are able to create websites that are composed by editorial parts and by e-commerce parts. For example, for a new product launch, where you have to provide a blog to describe your new product. You may want to provide a forum, some community features, but of course you have to provide a product details page, the cart, and the possibility to buy that product. So it is everything possible with the integration. Okay, this is an introduction of what we are going to speak about. Our solution was based to a single TYPO3 and Magento installation, and it is possible to manage all the websites into the same installation. We have the same layout, because the user doesn't have to feel that it is moving from TYPO3 to Magento. The website is one, and they don't have to understand that it is based on two different technologies. So the layout has to be the same in TYPO3 and in Magento. We implemented some features to share content between TYPO3 and Magento, and of course a single sign-on module to allow users to log in into TYPO3 and to be authenticated in Magento too, without having to log in again. So this is the technical schema. Okay, just an high-level technical schema. Okay, this is a more detailed schema, but an high-level schema again. Here we can see that we have TYPO3 and Magento as the core of the solution. Then we have a Microsoft Dynamics AX, that is the ERP that Panini is using, and into this ERP Panini is managing products and orders, and there is a synchronization between Magento and Microsoft AX. There is an identity management, this one, that is used to take care about single sign-on. We are going to see how it provides single sign-on. And of course, everything is sent to browsers, to apps for smartphones, for tablets, and for smart TVs. As I said, we have just one installation. On the same installation, we are able to manage many websites. So in TYPO3, we have one page tree for each website. On Magento, we have one store for each website. Thanks to a TypoScript configuration, we are able to associate to any TYPO3 website the corresponding Magento store. About the layout, as I said, it's important to have the same layout in TYPO3 and Magento. So some parts of the layout are shared between the two softwares. For example, the header, the menu, and the footer. And we implemented some connectors. For example, we are able to put some TYPO3 contents into Magento pages. We are going to see how and when it is useful. And we are able to list Magento products into TYPO3 pages, for example. OK, let's go to analyze the layout. This is a page from the website. Here we can see that it's a category list in products. So we have a list of products, some filters to filter products. We have the menu, the header, the footer. Some parts of this page are provided by TYPO3, and some others from Magento. In this case, the header, the footer, and the content describing the products listed in the page are managed by TYPO3. The page title, the product listing, the filters, and the mini cart are provided by Magento. So we have one single page composed by contents provided by TYPO3 and Magento. We implemented some modules for TYPO3. For example, we implemented a module that gives you the possibility to include into TYPO3 pages products coming from Magento. This is the home page of one of the websites. And here you can see that there is a listing of products. This listing of products is provided by a TYPO3 plugin that is a new kind of content element that you can insert in your TYPO3 pages. And you can ask for a product list or for all the products that are stored into a category, or you can create a custom filter to retrieve your products. And the products are shown into the TYPO3 page based on, I don't know if you can see it, but based on a TYPO3 template, like TT News, for example. But Magento gives you some more kind of contents, not just product listing or product details. Magento gives you the possibility to show, for example, the most viewed products, the recently viewed products, the cart, the wish list, some other kinds of contents. And Magento gives you also the possibility to create custom contents. Magento calls this kind of contents blocks. So if you want to show, for example, the most sold, the best sold products, you can go into Magento and you can create a custom block into Magento. Okay, you have to create some PHP files, but after creating that PHP files to retrieve the list of products, you can create a custom block into Magento backend. Then you may want to show this custom block into the TYPO3 homepage, for example. In the TYPO3 homepage, you may want to show the most listed products. So we implemented another TYPO3 plugin, a new content element for TYPO3, that gives you the possibility to retrieve content, to show this kind of blocks into TYPO3 pages. So here you can specify the name of the block. I'll go back. Into Magento, you can create a new block and you can give him a name. And using that name, you can show it into the TYPO3 pages. OK. Of course, it's possible to show into a TYPO3 page, for example, the wish list, the cart, the user registration form, everything you want. Of course, we did the same on the other side. There are some pages that are shown by Magento. For example, the page I showed you just before. In this case, this is a Magento page that is listing all the products of this category. And you may want to describe this category by putting some content, a text, some images, some videos into the category page. Since our backend users are used to manage content into TYPO3, we thought that it would be a good idea to provide them a way to insert contents into TYPO3 and to put them into Magento categories. So our backend users can go into the TYPO3 backend. They can insert any kind of content, let's say a text with image, file links, media, every kind of content. And into a Magento tab, they can say, okay, this content has to be shown on this category. Okay, this is Spanish, yeah, a Spanish website. Or they can say, you have to show this content element into this product page. Then, into Magento, we are able to retrieve these contents and to show them into the page, thanks to an helper that we implemented into Magento. Of course, since we teached to the editors to work into TYPO3 only, we had to implement a module for the TYPO3 backend to give them the possibility to edit products, not only contents, but also Magento products. For example, to change the price of the product, to change the images of the product or the categories associated to the product. So we implemented a TYPO3 module that gives them the possibility to manage Magento products. This is fully configurable via TypoScript. That means that we are able to provide different permissions to different users. So there are backend users that are allowed to edit the price of the product, for example, and users that are not allowed to edit it. This is not easy to achieve with the Magento community installation. About search engine, of course, for advanced product search, we can use the Magento feature that gives you the possibility to create advanced search forms. But for the main search, of the website, we used the index search engine. Thanks to the index search engine, we are able to indexing the Magento products too, because with the index search engine, you can index external pages. So we configured it to index Magento pages. And searching for a keyword into the search form, we are able to retrieve not only TYPO3 contents, but also Magento contents. Okay. What about the user? As I said, Panini already had 2 million registered users, and they don't want to lose their users. They don't want to say to the user, hey, this is a new website, you have to register again. But they have some new requirements. The first one was to clean the user's database. They have more than 2 million users, but not all the users are still using Panini websites. And the other requirement was that they want to provide a single account for the users. Now every user has to register in any website in Panini. So if I go into the Panini Co UK website, I have to register for myself. If I go into the panini.it, I have to register again. They don't want to maintain this situation, and they just want for a user to register one time for all the websites. And not only for websites, but also for apps. Panini has a lot of apps for smartphones, and they don't want the user to register into any app. So the user has to have one only account. Our solution was to implement a custom authentication web service, a kind of identity management solution. This is how it works. Okay, when a user tries to log in into TYPO3, we call our web service. The web service checks for the user into the local database. If the user is not found, then the web service tries to log in with the old credentials of the user. This is the old user's database with the 2 million profiles. And if the user is found, then the credentials go back to the web service. They are stored in the local database, and they are provided to TYPO3. TYPO3 can log in the user, and it shares the authentication with Magento. In this way, we are able to preserve all the old profiles and to import into the local database only the users that are still using a Panini website. Into 1 or 2 years, we are going to remove this part of the project. And this web service is now on the center of the Panini ecosystem. So all the, not right now, but in the future, all the Panini websites based on TYPO3 or Magento, on any other technology, also based on apps, will be able to authenticate through this web service. Right now, there are, I think, around 20 websites and 2 apps that are already using this authentication service. What about the single sign-on? We implemented a TYPO3 custom authentication service to connect to the web service. And of course, we implemented a way to share session between TYPO3 and Magento. So when the user logins into TYPO3, it is already logged in into Magento. If a user tries to log in into Magento, we redirect him to TYPO3 login page. So there is just one entry point for the website. Of course, Magento and TYPO3 uses the same registration and login forms. And just to be sure that users are always synchronized, we use the SQL triggers to synchronize the TYPO3 database and the Magento database. And one interesting thing is that Magento saves password in MD5 using the MD5 algorithm, and this was bad for us. So we implemented a module in Magento to save passwords with the cited algorithm of TYPO3. That would be a great improvement for Magento for us. Okay, everybody likes stickers, I think, or at least one time in your life you played with stickers. So we expected a lot of users. In 1 or 2 years, there will be more than 100 websites based on this platform, and there will be more than 1 million users per month. So we had to implement that, taking care about performances. We had to configure a lot of caching mechanisms, and of course we had to optimize the front end too. This is a very, very simple schema about the infrastructure. It is not up to date. Today there are more nodes, more front-end nodes, but it gives you an idea of the infrastructure used for this project. Okay, so there are some websites right now that are using this infrastructure. For example, this is a Spanish website for magazines. This is another Spanish website for stickers. And the next week, I think, it will be released the main website for United Kingdom. This is one of the biggest websites for Panini, and it will be released, I think, in 1 or 2 weeks. And of course, we are going to release also the optimization for the mobile for mobiles. Okay. In the future, Panini is thinking to include a kind of royalty program that would be, let's say, quite easy to integrate it thanks to some Magento extensions. As I said on the beginning, we are not responsible to develop all the features, all the e-commerce features. We can take advantage of the Magento features and the Magento plugins, and this is an example. We are thinking about integrating the Apache SOAR as a search engine, and this is possible thanks to a TYPO3 plugin and a Magento module. We are speaking about developing some apps for smartphones to get contents from TYPO3 and Magento and to show them into apps. We are speaking about integrating Sugar CRM to collect all the users' data and to store them in a CRM. And we are speaking about a new project, My Panini, but I can't say anything about that at the moment. Okay. I think that we have 10 minutes if you have any questions. These are my contacts. Feel free to get in touch with me. Send me an email if you are interested in this project, if you have suggestions or something like that. Yeah. There's no microphone, I think.
Okay, no problem. Where's the basic templating be done? Is it done in TYPO3 or is it done in Magento?
It is done on both of them. We need a TYPO3 template and we need a Magento template. The Magento template is quite simple. Why? Because some parts are provided by TYPO3. So in the Magento template, we just need to customize the product listing, the filters, the cart, and the wish list, not all the template. For example, the main CSS is the TYPO3 CSS. Yeah, but not. It's not a true mix. I mean, it's not possible to mix menu items on the same menu, but you can have a main menu and a sub-menu. The main menu, in this case, is provided by TYPO3, and the sub-menu from Magento. If you need some menu items that are pointing to Magento pages, you have to use the external URL page. We are thinking about implementing a new kind of page that gives you the possibility to create a page and to say, okay, this page has to link to this Magento category without having to create an external URL page. But it is not implemented yet. Any other questions? Yeah?
With your TYPO3 plugins which fetch content from Magento, how do you fetch this content? Is this done via the Magento REST API or what?
Okay. Yeah, the question was how we get contents from Magento using REST or web service APIs, for example. In this case, no. Why? Because using web services or REST APIs was too slow. We decided to install TYPO3 and Magento on the same server, and then we can directly ask to Magento using Magento APIs. We instantiate Magento models, and we call we instantiate repositories, and we ask for product listing directly using APIs. This is very fast, and it can be used for our purposes.
So you are using the Magento controller classes in your repository class directly in your TYPO3
Yeah, we implemented an interface in TYPO3 to call Magento controller, not controllers, to call Magento models. Yeah, not just controllers, only models. Yeah? Okay. We have different profiles. Let's say if based on your based on who you are, let's say. For example, if you are in charge to manage orders, you're logging into Magento only. If you have to manage contents, you're logging into TYPO3 only. If you are, let's say, a kind of super user, you can log into TYPO3. You are automatically logged in Magento too, because there is a single sign-on for backend too. And then you can work in both of the backends. We didn't move all the Magento features into the TYPO3 backend. We just moved the features that gives the users the possibility to manage the editorial content into TYPO3. Not also the orders, the shippings, and so on. In that case, you have to log into Magento. But usually, they are different profiles associated to different backend users. So there are users that that don't know that there are two systems. They just know that there is Magento or there is TYPO3. Any other questions? No? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.